Hello gamers, what is up? This is Gunny69 here, welcoming you to yet another installation of my Disney Infinity toy box. And today we are looking at a rebel base that I designed for the Alliance. And who better than to show you around her facility than the leader of the Rebel Alliance herself, Princess Leia Organa. So all that being said, let's get on with the tour. Now we're starting out here in the command center, and as you can see, the princess is flanked by her loyal droid companions, R2-D2 and C-3PO, who I have finally unlocked. So you can see the command center here.
It is the princess.
If you go around to various stations, you can see the troops hard at work at their stations. Yes, everybody's working diligently, ever on guard for any Imperial encounters. And speaking of that, we're going to go into this room. This is the room I call the war room here. Now this is the room where the rebel officers come to strategize and form their next plan against the evil Galactic Empire. You can see General Riken over there on the far side, flanked by Major Durlin and Colonel Ledick Fierst. And over here we have General Wedge Antilles. And anybody who's read the expanded universe like I have, you know that yes, Wedge is now a general in the Alliance. Well, it's the New Republic rather than the Alliance. And this young lady here, she's one of the rebel base one of the Echo base rebels. Don't know what her rank is, so I just made her a captain here, so that way she can be a part of General Riken's staff, one of his staff officers. See the various monitors and equipment. And through here, here's one of the tech stations that I put together. You can see the various droids working there. Like everybody else, they're hard at work as well. Now we're going to go out here to one of the gunnery areas. And this is a Hoth turret. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, this was not an easy thing to get. You have to get gold stars in pretty much every challenge or mission in the Rise of the Empire game. And it takes lots of diligence, and it takes patience, and patience I nearly ran out of, but I just kept at it. And as you can see, from the rapid fire capability of this weapon, it was well worth all the struggle. I've taken out TIE fighters with this thing. I've cleared enemy squads of stormtroopers. I mean, this weapon is an absolute beast when it comes to battle. Now we're going to go back inside here. Now the room we're heading to now, I call this the teleporter room, which was inspired by Star Trek. You can see it's pretty much Star Trek-like. And it teleports you to different areas of the base, which I'm going to demonstrate in a little bit, but right now we're going to take a little short tour of the teleporter room here. You can see various workers at their stations here. And one of the android workers here. One of the two monitors, and over here you can see two more workers here. And then here is a second tech station. And again, have various androids working here, or droids, whatever you want to call them. Now before I go out to the next gun, I'm going to step into this team selector here, because I do have automatic turrets out here, and if they are attached to this team, and if you're not part of this team, then they will swivel around and fire at you, and we don't want our princess getting shot at. So we're going to go out here to this second gun and demonstrate it. You can see one of the auto turrets there. Awesome sauce. Actually, that's one of these sidekick turrets, but I got the idea from Papa H about how to weaponize your bases, weaponize your vehicles, and all of that. So thanks again, Papa H, for your tutelage there. Hope you get to see this video one day. Okay, now we're going to go back inside. And from left to right, the first teleporter, this teleports you up top side. And you can see the communications array here, and the second one over here. Now, I created this breezeway, so to speak, just to add a dash of color to the base so it wouldn't look so bland. And if you happen to get caught up here during an Imperial attack, you'll be relatively safe, because I put scalable barrier blocks all around which serve as windows, and the lasers cannot penetrate those. So unless you step out from under this thing, you're pretty much safe in here. Now we're going to go over where you can see two other automatic turrets. We go out a little further, you see that they won't be firing on her. Now we're going to go back. Now, anybody who's studied science, like I have a time or two, you know that you can't walk around up here like she's doing right now without a spacesuit and or a helmet, because it's freezing cold in space and there's no air in space. But hey, these are toys, so you just let your imagination run wild. I remember I did when I played with the action figures when I was younger. Heck, we even had Luke Skywalker walking on the outside of a Star Destroyer once. Now, this planet looks a lot like Jupiter, and this is a space base, but if I was on a planet and I saw a planet that big looming over it, I would be frightened. I don't know about the rest of you guys. Be wondering what's keeping that thing up and keeping it from crashing down and destroying everything on the planet I was on. But like I said, this is a space base, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. All in all, it's pretty neat. So now we're going to go back inside, energize. I just like saying that. It's a subliminal nod to Captain Kirk, but we know this is Star Wars, not Star Trek. But any sci-fi fan, you guys get the gist. Now this second teleporter takes us to the lower level. And where we are right now, these are the living quarters for the High Command. And we'll get to them in a little bit, but I'm going to take you downstairs here now. Now to your left, There's the power station, and on the right this is the medical unit, so we'll visit the medical unit first. And this medical unit actually works because I have a healing room, as you can see, sitting here in the middle next to between the two Bacta tanks. So if you happen to go out and mix it up with the Empire during attack and get injured, you can come back in here, get healed up, and get back in the fight. Or when the battle is over, you can just come in here and just get healed up. And you can see the two doctors there, various beds and monitors, and droids helping out where they can. Now you have one of two bioscanners here. Here's one, and there's another on the other side. Now, what function the bioscanners actually have, I do not know. I would imagine that they scan for diseases or injuries, broken bones. I have to study up on that a little bit more, but I know it has some sort of medical tendency, so I just put that in there. And now we're going to go out over to the power area, power station. This is the nerve center of the base. And once again, you can see the various droids working. And you see one of the two power conductors over there. 1 and 2. Again, I give props to that brown bat for inspiring me to build something like this, because he did that for the hyperdrive in his Millennium Falcon / Death Star edition. And if you can look at the pipe up top there, you can see the electrical currents going through it. And this one as well. So we'll leave the droids to their work and we'll go back out. Now, as I said, these are the living quarters for the High Command. We're going to go over here to Princess Leia's room. And you can see there's her computer terminal. Then the table and couches for guests. We got a cabinet over here to store whatever you need in here. And here's her bed, or bunk, whichever you want to call it. And over in here is the bathroom. Very spacious, as you can see. And all of the living quarters are set up the exact same way this one is, so there's no need to go into each and every one of them. They're all set up the same. Now over here, this is the cafeteria / lounge area. And as you can see here, you got the various tables and benches. 3 drink dispensers, and you can see the 2 couches in the back. Water cooler, refrigerator, and soda machine for the troops. That is, if they even have sodas in outer space. They probably do. And here's the cook. And she's overseeing everything, making sure everything's neat and tidy. And over here, you can see this area is set up pretty much the same way. Now we go up to the counter, and you can see the robot servants back there. One of them's at the fruit table. You can barely see his head over there. And one has got a bit of rotisserie going on over there. So no doubt they're cooking up something pretty tasty for the Alliance. I mean, after all, fighting the Empire is a hard job. The troops need to be fed. Let's get over here, get a better look at this other android over here. There you can see him. Various cooking utensils, pots, pans. So now we're going to go back up. Energize. Which now brings us to the third and final teleporter. And this takes you to what I believe to be the coolest area of the base. Okay. Now we're in the Hangar Bay area, and you can see the two rebel cruisers here. And now you're going to see what makes this base pretty decent and cool. Let's just say that the Empire attacks. You only see two ships here now. But should an attack come, we touch this button. And now we have our fleet. You can see the various X-Wings, the Millennium Falcon, and a Y-Wing over here for the Princess. Now, I didn't have an A-Wing fighter. They didn't put that in the game, so the closest thing we have to an A-Wing is this Jedi Starfighter, so I just threw that in there to simulate an A-Wing fighter. And again, you can see various troops at their stations, various monitors and machinery and pipes around the place. And also we have worker droids down here as well. Now I'm going to take this short corridor, and it's going to lead us right back up to the command center. So now there is indeed a war going on, so to give us an element of danger, I put a trigger area up here that will start an Imperial attack. So let's see if we can drum up some action really quick here. There it is. And voila, an Imperial Star Destroyer. Oh yes, that's beautiful. Air and ground troops to your battle stations. Oh, one of the TIEs just crashed into the building, doing our work for us. Now the first thing we want to do is to make sure the transports get out safely. So for that, we're going to hit this button. And the first transport is on its way out. Now, I'm going to go back up to one of the gunnery areas and demonstrate the firepower of this fully armed and operational rebel base. Look at that.
You will never win.
Let's get to a fighter. Well, how about that? It flew right inside the hangar. And crashed. I like the way they do our work for us. Excellent. And the first transport is away. Now I could land here on the roof, but I want to make this look as professional as possible, so I'll try to land back in the hangar here. And hopefully not do anything clumsy like bump into the ceiling or anything. Alright, easy, easy, nice and easy. Sweet! Now that the Imperial attack has been thwarted and the transports are safely away, they'll rendezvous with us later. We'll close the blast doors. And head back to the command center. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much it as far as this Rebel base is concerned. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm working on different projects right about now, but as soon as I have another concept, it will be uploaded like this one as well. Until then, may the Force be with you.